Alright guys, today we're going to do a little bit of a informative video on the rear entertainment system on a 2019 Honda Odyssey. This is the Elite, so it has, most of the Odysseys have a rear entertainment system, or you can upgrade to it. So let's go through it, show you what I like, what I don't like, and then how to make it better. There are ways to make it better. Okay, so here I am in the driver's seat, and if we go to the home screen here, we can look at rear entertainment. So that's how we can control it up here. As the driver or passenger, they can control the screen here. There's a remote. I'll show you how that works in the back. So let's look at the rear apps that you have downloaded automatically on the screen here. So if you see, there's an HDMI. So there is an HDMI input, so you can hook up a device, which is what we're going to do, and I'm going to show you how we've done that. Okay, the nice thing with the 2018 and newer is they do have the Blu-ray disc. If you see right down here, Blu-ray disc right there. So you can play Blu-rays. Previous generations only had DVDs, so now you can play your Blu-ray disc, which that's nice. But it has a couple of built-in apps. Now this is like an iHeartRadio and Spotify, which I don't subscribe to Spotify or iHeartRadio, so they're like radio apps, which are virtually worthless, I think, because kids want to watch a movie, they want to watch a show, they want to watch something to entertain themselves. They don't want to listen to music. And so I don't think this one or that one's very useful. This media services thing is, well, there's nothing, I don't even know what that is. How much further? Now, where this is kind of helpful is if you have the navigation. So if you have the navigation leading you to a destination, this will show how much further on the screen, and I'll show you in that in a minute. But the problem is the navigation, I feel, is kind of worthless because you can't manipulate, you can't input a destination or search for an address while you're driving. And so it's like we never remember to stop the car completely, spend a minute to input a destination. So it's never very helpful. It does have Apple CarPlay for navigation, which is more useful. So this How Much Further app it's helpful if you have pre-stored destinations in the navigation. But if you're like driving to grandma's house and it's out of town and you want to know how much further and you're driving, you can't access it. So I don't find that very helpful. So really the only helpful part of this whole entertainment system is the Blu-ray player. Okay, so carrying Blu-rays around. Now in this day and age, you don't want to have to carry DVD or discs around. You want to be able to stream music, right? So like I was saying, the Blu-ray is the most helpful part of the entertainment system. Now there's one thing you can do, and with the new Odysseys 2018 Plus, you can have its own Wi-Fi hotspot through AT&T. So it's like having the car has its own data plan. You can get unlimited. Right now we're only paying $15 a month for it, which is a pretty good deal. That way all the kids can connect their tablets, their smartphones, their iPads, and the car can stream now some services. Now, you can't change these apps. I can't find a way. If I go into settings here, it just says manage apps and how much for. So there's not like an option to download new apps. So I don't think that's very helpful. What would be more helpful is if I could download like Netflix or the new Disney Plus app or Hulu or a streaming service where I could stream movies, videos, TV shows to the rear entertainment system. So what you have to do is you have to bypass that to be able to stream services. So if you see down here below, there's like a 120 volt outlet up here. So we actually have a Amazon Fire Cube. We've even tried the Apple CarPlay, the Apple TV device. You plug it into here, and then I'll show you in the back how you can hook those up so that you can actually stream shows to the rear entertainment system. Okay, so this is the How Much Further screen when you have that up there. it just shows how much further to your destination, but you have to have an inputted destination into the GPS, into the vehicle navigation, not on Apple CarPlay, but it has to be through the on-screen navigation system. So it'll show like how many miles left. It'll have like marbles lined up. They'll drop off as you're getting closer, so the kids kind of know. So it is kind of cool, but they can't watch a movie. So it's not like this is, you know, they want to watch a movie or a show. They don't want to just watch this only. So it would be helpful if it was like a small part of the screen, you know, where they could like see, oh, this is how close we're getting to the destination. But it's like you have to have this or a show, and they don't want to really ever watch it. So this really isn't that helpful. Okay, here's the remote control that it comes with. This is just the remote control where you can, you know, toggle through the screen, change the input. You know, if you go like to menu, choose the different menu options. We go home. So this is where you can choose like so here what I'm doing here is I can choose HDMI, right? I choose HDMI. So what I have set up here is I have the Amazon Fire Cube hooked into the HDMI. So we have it just down here on the ground. It's kind of ghetto looking because the cables are everywhere. It's not, you know, built in, but it's just kind of retrofitted in. So if you see, we have the cube here. The cube has the HDMI into here. This is a 90-degree adapter that the plastic broke off, but it still works. But you need to have some kind of adapter so that it's at a 90-degree angle, so that if it's sticking straight in, it'll break off. We've had one break off before, so it's not good to have that break off. We have it plugged in up, so the plug for the cube is there into the 120-volt outlet, and then we have hanging here, you know, looks kind of silly, but this is the remote sensor for the Fire Cube. So if I see here, I have the remote for the Fire Cube. You know, I just kind of aim it at that, and so now I can choose all my different apps with the Fire Cube. So, you know, I have the Disney Plus app, I've got Netflix, I've got the Amazon Prime videos, you can stream YouTube videos, all kinds of stuff. So this gives you a lot more apps, a lot more flexibility, a lot more choices than the two. They give you nothing. Honda gives you nothing like this. So let's say you want to stream a movie, you know, we just select it. The nice thing with this in-car Wi-Fi is it is pretty quick. Like, there's no real lag. You get like, you know, if you're in an area that has decent service, you know, you get fast downloads. It's not lagging, things like that. So it's pretty good. And the kids have a lot more choices to use when it comes to this. But you have to keep track of the remote controls. The reason why we like the Fire Cube is that it has the Alexa voice commands, so I can tell it to play certain shows, open certain apps, and it'll do that even when the kids have lost the remote control, which they tend to do very regularly. So that's kind of nice for the driver or the passenger to just, you know, give it a command and it just plays it. So it's kind of like a hands-free option. So the movie choices and options through the Fire Cube are a lot better, and you have the built-in Wi-Fi. Also, the benefit to having your own in-car Wi-Fi through AT&T, the service that you pay $15 a month for, you don't have to keep reconnecting the Fire Cube. It's automatically connected every time you turn the vehicle on. You don't have to worry about streaming from your phone, running your battery down on your phone, or using your cell phone data plan. So that's helpful, and it's pretty reasonable at $15 a month. Okay, so hopefully that gives you some good information on the rear entertainment system on the Honda Odyssey. Again, this is for 2018 and newer models. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe to the channel.